Hi, welcome back. I'm Kirsten from JK Fiber Arts. This is Diana. She is my new partner in crime.
Yes.
And we are going to be taking a go at our brick and mortar shop that I announced last week in our video. And she's here today to help us do some scouring. Diana and I have wonderful complementary skills. She is renowned at weaving, and that's her superpower, and she does the Nordic warp weighted loom, and she is an expert in her field. People travel from across the country just to learn from her.
You're very kind.
So I am so lucky to have found her as my friend.
And I'm so lucky to have found you.
So I'm the color, and she's all of the natural, and she has all the knowledge. She has the real knowledge.
No, you do magic with color.
So we are going to scour today. We're going to do some Coopworth that I got from Malik Farm from their ram Ren, who is no longer with them because he was so wonderful that they sold him, and now he is out studying somewhere. And yes, exactly. So I feel really happy I got the last shearing from him. And then we also have some amazing Icelandic that Diana brought. So we're going to learn about dual coated today. Hopefully it'll dry in time that we can do a little combing by the end of this.
Oh, that'd be fabulous.
So let's show you the fleeces. Here we have this amazing Icelandic. It took second place at Maryland Sheep and Wool 2025, and this is from the Yins and Yous farm in Woodbine, Maryland. And I am very excited. Here's their info if anybody's interested. And let's look in the bag. Diana, tell me all about this.
So this is an Icelandic fleece. So it's dual coated. So it's got tog, which are these outer long fibers right here. And then it's got fell, which is the softer inner fibers right here, like a dual coated dog who has an outer fiber which is coarse and a softer inner fiber that's nice and soft and close to the skin. So traditionally what you would do is you would comb these because that separates the tog and fell. And then you can spin the tog, which is the long fibers, to make a worsted yarn for your warp. And then you can spin the fell, which is the softer fibers, which makes a nice woolen yarn for your weft.
Amazing. See, I told you she had all the knowledge. So we are, this has not been skirted yet. So what we're going to do is put this on the skirting table right after we finish this one. And before we go too far, I'm going to hand the camera over to Diana so she can film the little tug test on the locks I have here. So here we have one of the locks. Well, actually, I guess that's two locks. Here's one of the locks. And here's the tip. Here's the, I call it the tail, but it's the part that was sheared from the skin. And what we're going to do is you just want to give it a little tug like this. I mean, you don't want to like rip it apart. There are some like what do you call it, stress meters or whatever that tell you the exact amount to pull. I don't have anything like that. I just use my experience. But I'm pulling on this and it is sound, it's not breaking. The other thing that you want to check is the tips. And because if the tips break off, that's not a big deal. The tips weaken, they see all the weather, all the trauma, they get all the action. So if you pull, if I shorten my grip up here and pull this way and that tip snaps off, then I know that I want to do something with those tips before I put it in a drum carder. Maybe run it through the lock pop first, or maybe I'm going to comb it to get the broken tips off. And I know, don't all gasp at once. People cut them, and you just cut them right off. And I would totally be down with that. But you just cut them off, because if I'm going to drum card it, it's not going to matter. So, but this is, of course, a lovely sound fiber, and we are going to be trying to scour some of this in addition to the Icelandic today. I wanted to show you here, as we were going through the Coopworth, this is the Coopworth locks. The tip, what will look like when a tip is weak. Am I at the right angle for you here?
Yes, I think so.
So if I pull this, see the tip broke off right here? And that doesn't mean that this is not good. That means that these tips were probably on a part of the sheep that experienced more weather. So if you break those tips off, see now when I pull this, this is sound. This is not going anywhere. So that is what happens. And those are the things that once you scour them, you don't want to put them through your drum carder. That's what'll give you a lot of neps. So you want to make sure that you deal with those either by combing or trimming them off, whatever it is. And now most of these tips on here are actually fine, but I just happened to come across one. And while we're at it, here's what a second cut looks like. If you look here, you see these little bits right here? See if I can pull them out of here. So these are second cuts. These little shortcut things. Actually, I call them shortcuts because second cuts mean the neck fleece on. So these are the second cuts. So those are the things you want to get rid of, and that's what we're doing when we're skirting. In addition to just throwing away things that are just like caked with poop.
Coyote.
Exactly. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
So here we have the unboxing of the Icelandic fleece. Oh! So you are seeing this as we are seeing it. So we're gonna take a look at this. Diana's gonna open it up and I'm gonna be camera girl.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see if I can get a better view of this in the sun here. Oh, this is better. This is much better lighting. Oh, look at this thing. You could basically felt it and put it on your body and wear it like a big cape or something.
Some people do.
Oh yeah?
Some people do felt them, yes.
Oh wow. I feel like that would be a waste of a fleece, but maybe not.
I'm gonna be weaving it, so.
Okay. Oh, she's gonna weave it. Wait till you see what she
Yeah.
weaves. Oh my gosh, she's so good. So there you have the tips there are on the, so those are the tip part there.
Yep.
And then we're laying it flat. Just checking our water. There's an overflow while I'm so absorbed in this. And then this is the side that's next to the body. This is the fell.
Fell. So this will make it easier to pull off the second cuts and things like that. Since having it turned upside down, we can do that first, I guess.
So you just run your hands through and just whatever comes is garbaggio, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna do that and then we'll be back for the next part. But you can see how easy the second cuts are coming up. Shortcuts, sorry. I should say shortcuts. I usually do because the
I'm guilty.
second cuts are actually a fiber that's spinnable that usually comes from like the neck or the rear. So the second cuts are what we're talking about here, which are the short bits when the sheep is shorn.
Yep, and the shear goes over twice.
Here we have the fleece. To the left of your screen is the head, and where Diana is standing is at the bum. And we've got all of the fell. Am I saying that right, fell? Or do I say tell, but it's a TH? Fell. So we have all the fell off. She's also Norwegian. We should talk about your group, I mean, when the water is lower. We'll talk about her group, but she does all of the historic recreation stuff for the Nordic. Their group is called the Nordic Wanderers. Njörðr. Yeah, see, I'll let her do it. As soon as the water's off, because my pronunciation is very bad. Look at this beautiful thing. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, it's so clean too. It really looks quite good. Quite good. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So tell me again, what's that garment called?
So I'm going to be weaving what's called a varafeldur. It's a pile weave, and what it is you weave a few picks in plain weave or twill, and then the next pick you insert in the tog fibers. So I'm sure you've seen those garments where they like hang in locks.
Yes.
That's kind of what this
super
is
cool.
Be.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. We were talking about that.
Lovely.
Yeah, this is going to be amazing. I can't wait. So she's going to finish this. She's going to do this in relatively quick fashion, right? So we'll be seeing this hopefully by mid-June. Mid-June.
I have it done by mid-June.
Mid-June. So
yeah.
Don't go too far away because this is coming. And oh, here we are. So this has been in about 165 degrees, 170 degrees water for 25 minutes. And we use power scour, and now we're gonna pick this up out of our bowl here and transfer this for a rinse.
So here we're taking the fleece, draining it.
This is after the scour.
After the scour. Look at that dirty water. Wow. It didn't look that dirty when we saw it, and it was beautiful. Yes. And then we're gonna put it in the cooler so we can kind of keep the temperature consistent while we refill the water for the rinse.
All right, here we go. This is the rinsed. Look how pretty it looks. I mean, the scoured. Now we're going into the rinse here. And this is a cooler. It's going to help keep it the same temperature. And then we're going to get a nice beetle to push this down. I just learned that because Diana knows all the words. I say giant spatula. And she's like, it's a beetle. And then she's going to very gently just push that down in there. And what you really want to do is we want to rinse this until the water is clear. So we're gonna let this soak in here, but it looks like there's still some dirt in it, so we'll probably need to do one more rinse. So this was the first rinse. So you saw the scour water, which was really, really dark brown, and then we rinsed and it was still brown, so we did a second rinse, which is here, and you can see already that this water is clear. So we're gonna let this soak in here for about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna rinse it, or then we're gonna put it in the dryer. Look at this second rinse. The water is crystal clear in here. So we're gonna go ahead and get this out and get it in the spin dryer. Hey, go. Great. So here we are after spinning. It's time for the magic. It's my favorite part. It is so amazing. Look at it, oh my gosh.
My baby.
Look at it. So now we're gonna go put it over here on our drying box. And we're gonna get this all floofed and then we'll show it to you. Look at this. Here we have the pre-scour and here we have the after scoured. Just look at this. Oh my gosh, look at these locks. Oh, they are gorgeous. Wait till you see this combed. It's gonna be really cool. So here we go, before, after. Here's a better spot of after. Look how floofy white that is.
I'm gonna start with the clean locks. And what I need to do is separate the tog and thell, the coarser outer fiber from the softer inner fiber, because what I'm looking for are actual, just the locks themselves, because I'll be making a garment with those locks. So I place the fiber on the combs, and instead of pinching close to the end, because I want to kind of try to keep that structure, I pull more from the middle, and I just work it a little bit to separate it. And then that leaves me with a nice lock structure. And then, so it will be easier to weave in and give me the effect that I'm looking for in the garment that I'm going to be weaving.
Yes, and that garment is called a what?
It's called a varafeldur.
Varafeldur, okay.
I'm not the best at pronunciation as well, but that's pretty much what it's called. It's a pile weave cloak that was used for trade during the Viking Age. So in the Viking Age, if you were to trade normal fabric, or called vadmal, it would be worth a certain size, it would be worth an aura of silver. If you had a piece of varafeldur, which is the pile weave, the same size would be equal to 2 auras of silver. And it kind of makes sense because you're really using a lot more of the fleece, and it takes a little bit more expertise in making the garment.
Wow. And so now, so that is separating the thell and the tog.
Yes.
And now, say we just comb it all together like I did when I was goofing around.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
And what is that called?
So if you really do combine the two together, I believe that's called lopi, if I'm not mistaken, which is what the yarn coming out of Iceland currently is. It's beautiful, beautiful yarn. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe in Iceland, they no longer separate the tog and the thell, but they process it all together to make their wonderful lopi yarn.
That looks awesome. So then what do you do with what's left on the comb here?
So I can pull that off, and that's still very nice fleece that can be spun as well. And so that can be spun. It wouldn't necessarily be used to insert as a lock in the varafeldur, but you can set this aside and then you can spin that later into
like
a
our little
yarn.
nest over here.
Yep.
But not this nest. I made this one and I didn't get all of the fell out. So hers are better than mine.
Well,
but see,
I don't
look,
know about
hers
that.
has like shiny white, all the lovely softness.
Yeah, this is an absolutely lovely fleece. and absolutely love
I know, I
the
kept
fleece.
asking her, is this how it's supposed to look? She's like, this is the best one I've ever seen.
This is really, really lovely. So
Yeah.
I can't, I can see why it was an award winner at the Maryland Sheep and Wool
Yeah.
Festival. So
This is so cool. So, and then, you know, I was doing it through the Diz, and she does it really well with her hands. So either way is acceptable.
Yes.
Now, I also did it as, I combed it, so I lost the lock structure. So she
Yes.
is intentionally saving this part for this
Yes.
garment. I'm going to put up her video. Wait until you see it. It's coming right behind this. As soon as we're done with this, I'm going to put up the video because this is pretty much the end of our day here. It's like you know, when you watched Vikings, the show, because that's my reference point.
yeah,
because
we won't talk
know,
about Vikings.
I know. I'm sorry. I know.
Okay,
I know. It's a bad word.
They're just
for,
really bad at history.
Yes, of course they are.
But entertaining.
Television.
Entertaining.
But they wear the garment, the
varafeldur.
varafeldur,
Which is just English.
And,
English is pile weave.
so pile weave. So they're wearing the pile weave garment, and you know, they look all the big. The wealthy guys all have these. So, and she is actually going to be teaching a class
Yes.
next year.
Yeah, I'm looking at creating a proposal. Proposal to
Now you guys see your
teaching a
beautiful
class.
face.
Okay, for teaching a class on weaving a varafeldur, not so much the cloak, because that would be a multi-week kind of a process, but to people so that they can weave maybe a collar that they can add to a garment to, you know, give a little spiff, a little
Yeah,
fun, a
I've
little
seen that a
little
lot.
blend,
It
a
looks
little fun.
really cool. You guys, I'll see if I can find a photo of that too because it
Yeah.
looks really good.
And
It's
that would
it's
be-
very
yeah.
popular way to finish a garment.
Yeah, and that would just be a shorter project that can be finished.
Yeah, and you're
fast time.
teaching that at Sheep and Wool.
I'm going to be proposing to Sheep and Wool, and I'm
Yeah.
also proposing this as well to the Waterford Craft School, which is down in Waterford, Virginia.
Cool, awesome. So we're gonna hopefully be hearing more about this, and I think it's due in mid-June. That's why she's got to get this together.
I gotta get it
We're
together.
waiting. We're
Make sure the timing
just
is
under
good.
the gun.
Yeah.
So, but we're gonna hopefully she's gonna be teaching this class. So look for it next year at Maryland Sheep and Wool and at the
Waterford Craft School.
Waterford Craft School in Virginia.
They also offer lovely classes and a lot of other kinds of crafts too. So
Awesome.
Anyway.
And look at this. It's like spun. It's like gold. These are the most beautiful. I wish you could touch it too, because the
fell.
the fell is super soft. It's like downy next to your face.
Yes.
So soft.
Well, and that's what you would actually spend to use as a weft in your weaving.
Yes.
So the tog is nice and firm, really nice to give you
Yeah.
a strong warp. And then the fell gives you a nice, soft, airy weft, which traps in the air and gives you more warmth in your garment.
It's
So-
gorgeous. So there you have it. And then wait till you see the video of this thing coming off her loom. I actually whispered because it was so awesome. I felt like I needed to whisper when I saw it. So. So from Kirsten and Diana, we will see you guys next time. Until then, spin happy
And weave happy.
and we happy.